it'll be incredible. Ladies, gentlemen, everyone watching, I see you. Watching now, watching later, watching once I finally figure out whether or not the controller is working, and it is. Welcome back to the second episode of We Were Here, not together, but forever. Ooh. Last time, we kicked off the campaign. We got we thought we got ahead. I mean, we're about 25% of what looks to be Chapter 2 of a chapel, but yeah. Oh, we got trapped in a bag. It was rad. So, what'd you think of the bag, Draco?
Was it a bag or was it a box? I thought it was a box.
You know, you might be right. You might be right. Welcome, Pool Cube. But I digress. If you like what we do, hit that like button. It means a lot. If you like it even more and want to see more, want to know when we go live, hit the sub, hit the bell, and know when we go live. If you want to check out Drako Dragoon's POV, check it out in the description below. Give him a like, give him a sub, and know when he goes live as well. He's playing the new Doom game, as well as God of War 2018. Without further ado, let's ready up and have at it. I want to do the plug justice, you know, make sure.
I wonder if that 25% is 25% of that chapter or the game.
I don't know. I was curious about that, because if it's on the game, I don't know, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we're on course. Alright, let's figure out where the Shrek we are, or if this looks vaguely familiar to last time.
Yeah, because last time I touched this owl and that would put me in the weird room.
Okay, good. Looks like we have fire, but we can totally light.
Show me you understand our pain and sorrow.
I guess that did it.
Show me you are one of us. Who are the ones that betray? Who led us barbarians astray?
Anything over there in where you're at, Chico?
Yeah, I'm looking through a book right now.
Oh, interesting. I can peek into the room, but only a little bit. I like the body hanging from the ceiling, too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of dolls here. Got a bunch of heads that look like I can pick up.
Okay, I'm searching around just to make sure I didn't miss anything that could be vital. Okay, so... Oh, wrong key. So I have a couple of dolls that are missing heads. It looks like I have two dolls sitting near each other missing heads, near a balcony with a crown.
I guess a description of what his life was, or her life.
Repeat that one more time, I'm sorry.
So far, the books I have like a picture of a person, and then kind of a description and name of each person.
Okay. Does anyone describe a betrayer or a traitor?
So you got a high alchemist, prison warden, king's guard, an abbot. Let me check the other books. So we got king, queen, crown prince, princess, court jester, the princess.
I don't know, I feel like this could be a court jester and a king. It's one of them's like sitting in a very kingly chair, and the other one like has his hand around his shoulder, almost like he's whispering a joke whilst taking a knee.
Okay, so you think I need to give you the heads that match it, and then that's what you put on?
At this point, that's a working assumption. Yes.
Okay, so
Because I noticed, real quick, sorry to interrupt, I noticed you can make something turn as well.
yeah, I think that might be how I deliver the heads to you. This looks to be the only jester head.
Let's give it a shot. Yeah, I would assume it's a
more
jester
than
head.
Gods or wife, and made me chancellor for life. I gave the king cursed stone and knife.
Okay, so based on the audio that he just spat out, yeah, I'm feeling confident. And then can we get the king? Always for jester. Always for jester.
With iron fist I rule this town, and I would burn my kingdom down before letting anyone else touch the crown.
Any of that making sense to you?
Correct.
Yes!
Royal Majesty wasted his own lands and people to pursue a terrible ambition. His jester whispered into his ear. This is the tyrant we resist.
Sheer intuition.
Who
Okay.
shelters our secrets and souls? Who keeps out the king and his code?
Okay, so I know exactly what's going on right now. I am being shown a scene, and we're being described it tit for tat by the owl. So I have a bricklayer. That's what it looks like, because he has a trowel in his hand, and he's laying brick. And then the other doll looks to be like a guard. He's like holding a door shut.
So you think a prison warden then?
Yes. That is a very strong yes. I'm feeling very good about that one, actually. As for the bricklayer, if you don't have anything that specifically says bricklayer, like an architect or something blue-collar related-esque? Question mark?
I mean, what's an abbot? Is that someone that would be bricklaying?
I'll be honest, I have no idea. I would put it aside as the fallback answer if nothing else fills the spot.
Okay,
To
that
any
should be the
prisoners
prison.
longing to be free, there is no escape. I keep every key. If you want to leave, you'll have to go through me.
Okay, after his explanation, I'm feeling pretty confident considering homie's guarding the door. Okay, now let's go for the other.
Okay, no, it looks like the abbot is the crown authority on faith and religious rituals.
Ooh, yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I'm not feeling it so far, that one. Out of curiosity, what else you got?
Hang on, I'm kind of reading through things.
Oh, apologies. Didn't mean to rush. This stream's brought to you by... No, it's not brought to you by, but
Oh, here we go.
it's
We got a
delightful.
person, head of the Mason family. So probably the chick.
Yes. Good idea. The moment you said Mason family, I'm like, you know, it's old-timey enough. I remember my history teacher telling me a story about how, like, a bunch of us Smiths came from a line of blacksmiths.
I think this is her.
I provide shelter from wind, hail, and ice. From repurposed stonework. That should suffice. While my...
I kind of cut that off a little too soon, but I think you're right.
Nay, who possesses
Damn.
the skill to construct shelters against snow and ice? And who can create hidden mechanisms? to
Oh,
hide
mechanisms.
us?
Ice. Okay, the ice is correct.
Who shelters our secrets and souls? Who keeps out the king and his code?
Okay, I'm so sorry. You were probably correct about the abbot all along. Let's replace the warden with the abbot.
No, they said mechanisms, right? So I think I got a clockmaker here.
Ooh, actually, that's even better. Let's try that first.
To keep prying eyes away, I am tasked with building contraptions that keep masked. Secrets to deliver us from this mess unasked.
Yeah, you hit the nail. You just hit the nail right on the head.
Correct. The Masons tore down the ruins of Rockberry to construct new homes that protect us from the unending winter. The clockmakers designed secret doors and contraptions that allow us to hide from a king's gaze.
Well done, Draco.
Who guides our journey by starlight? Who forges the ancient way through night?
Okay, so the two dolls, one of them definitely is pointing towards the direction of an astronomer. There's a lot of constellations, and he's out pointing at him with a compass. The other one is giving like classic navigator vibes, but maybe not. Maybe more of an inventor. There's like a lot of drawings and sketches and blueprints around, and he's like huddled towards a board.
Okay, I'm looking for an astronomer.
It'll be some like old English weird translation word. Hey, you know, at least I don't have to worry about freezing to death in this one like the first game. We got fire this time. Oh, Dr. Death, Liquid Death, so good.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure here.
What do you have out of curiosity? Push him to shove, we can come back to the astronomer.
I got a bronze caster. Focuses on casting ornate and intricate objects. Wants armor the king's army.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that with the current riddle Vial gave out.
Oh, I think I found the astrologer. She is a glassblower.
I studied the stars and know where to go. The
I would
glass
say
work
Draco's
to
correct.
harness the starlight I'll blow, which signal the route from out of this snow.
Draco, I would say you are correct, good sir. That would definitely be classified as an astronomer in my book. So now we're looking for like an inventor-esque, like an Edison. Well, not an Edison, somebody that actually invents.
Yeah, maybe it'll be this bronze caster then.
I'm willing to give it a try, honestly. I mean, you nailed the glass blower.
I study schematics from pages of yore.
Shit, I think he's also
Forefathers'
right.
Wisdom known to us no more. Their delicate instruments I seek to restore.
Draco, once again, I'm thinking that you have now hit the head. You have hit the nail right on the head.
Correct. Desperate for a way to escape, our brightest mind studied lore long lost and forbidden. They discovered how to navigate out of this frozen waste, using the power of the moon and stars. Who are Barry's unlikely friends? Who defy our king until his reign ends?
Ooh, okay, this picture's weird. So you have like somebody with board and sword looking off in the distance, another with a blade behind his back, like he's looking like he's gonna go in for the kill. And then the other doll that we need to head for looks to be taking a book out of somewhere. I'm curious what you have for occupations for this one.
I mean, you still got the queen, the prince, let's see, what happened to Great King, died in battle before it could fulfill.
Wait, what was that? Sorry?
I'm kind of reading out loud, but we got the queen, the crown prince, a princess, that's your two princesses.
Interesting, there would be two princesses. Oh, I'll have to keep that in mind. Very bizarre. What else we got?
Let's see, we still got the abbot, who is obsessed with the heavens, but lies behind them, praying, chanting. He took in the Princess Catherine as he wore to try to teach her about chastity.
I think the abbot might be one of them. I think what I'm looking at could be the assassination of the king, and then the aftermath. And I think the aftermath is where the abbot comes into play. It could be a stretch, but I think we bring the abbot over.
put the abbot on then.
Gotcha, comrade. The other one would be somebody that would be vying for the crown.
Vying for what?
The crown, because they have to be going for the death of the king. The scene depicts like an assassination in progress. Do some laps, make sure he's staying warm.
Sorry, I'm reading through text here.
No, you're totally fine. Soon we will play the music box. I think. Otherwise, why ornately put that there?
There's the abbot.
I serve none
I don't know
but
if that's
king and
right.
god, who both rule their realm by scepter and rod, while people talk of suffering. Isn't that odd?
Very curious. There's a chance I could be wrong on this, so we'll swap it out, but for now. Okay, now we just need our murderer to be.
What is, like, the scene, I guess, where the murder's happening?
Okay, so essentially you have our perceived victim. I would assume it's out on the battlefield because the victim is armed with sword and board, like sword and shield. They're standing near a tree, like overlooking a forest. Our murderer, Chibi, is crouched behind cover, wielding a hidden blade behind his back. Or behind their back, I should say. So I know you said that there's two princes, a princess or princesses, and then a queen left.
Princesses.
And then there's a regular prince, right?
Yeah, the crown prince who died in battle before he could fulfill his destiny. He enjoyed sitting on the throne and pretended to be king even as a child. All mourned his death, but none more so than the king and queen.
Okay. Game theory time. Big brain time, right? So, the person getting killed is that prince. I'm that's what you just read is essentially depicting this. I'm almost sold. I'm all sold on it. Now, bear with me. The king said, like, when in the king thing, he said, like, nobody would fight for crown, but, like, would that mean that if a queen is fully with the king, would the queen have done him a son? Or am I just going off on a huge, wild tangent?
Yeah, I have no idea what you mean. Here's the queen. She was once a regal visage, as beautiful as the stars. She knew about her husband's infidelities but tolerated them dutifully. She had to endure the death of 2 sons and a daughter. The grief from losing her children caused her to turn mute and catatonic.
Okay, do we have anybody else that's not royalty left over to pick from?
Yeah, we have the King's Guard, the Warden, and Alchemist. I think that's it.
What's the King's Guard say? Out of curiosity.
The fiercely loyal guardian to the king never speaks, but the king always lends an ear to his advice. No one knows what he looks like underneath his armor except the king. Protects him every night when the king sleeps.
This is hard. This is tough. Shoot. It's really tough trying to figure out who would be a murderer.
Assassin type. But what was the other one doing?
The other one, where I have an abbot currently, is holding a book. You see, yeah, he seems to be like picking up a book. I can't really describe any better than that. There's like a picture of somebody near where he's picking up the book, so I only assumed it was like post-mortem.
Well, maybe that's supposed to be the queen mourning her son.
I can do that. Let me throw the abbot on the. I'll keep the abbot in my hand for now.
Because I feel like, at least reading this text, that the abbot and one of the princes
I remain
are a thing
loyal
together.
to sweet King Ba.
What about that one of the head cut you have?
No, what I'm saying is I think the abbot and one of the princesses are going to be a thing together.
Okay, I got you. Then we just need a murder to be, but I put the abbot back there.
So I'm thinking either the warden or this other princess.
Can you read out both 2 princesses, out of curiosity, please?
Okay, the eldest daughter of the king, Bartholomeus, lost her husband, Vladimir, in battle, for which she blames the king. Her grief has her disappear into the woods for days. Her clothes are covered in mud and grime when she returns.
Aw. Big intrigue.
And then the youngest daughter of the king, she has been unruly since childhood, defiant and sociable, always displayed behavior unbecoming of a princess. She was sent to the monastery to learn the virtues of modesty and decency.
Possible grudge. Interesting. Ooh, interesting.
And the abbot mentions about taking it and that princess to try to teach her about chastity.
So maybe it is the eldest princess. Like,
I would say
To
try
any
this
prisoners longing to be free,
warden
there
to see
is
if
no
he's the
escape.
killer.
yeah, I'll roll with it. You've been right more than I have on this puzzle, so omens.
Nay, our greatest heroes seek to undo the crimes of their family. They who will not wear the crown are its fiercest opponents.
Interesting. I didn't get that on the initial reading.
Who are Barry's unlikely friends? Who defy our king until his reign ends?
Unlikely friends defies the king until the reign ends. Oh my god, is this your combination? Well, Rock versions defies. Maybe send the warden back. Roxbury's friends defied the king until his reign ends. Aww. That's nothing. Roxbury's friends defied the king until his reign's end.
Alright, let's try the eldest princess.
In Valdemar's memory, I must do right. I travel through woods to stay out of sight. No longer the victim. Instead, I now fight.
Okay, worst comes to worst, we're going for plays for queen setting.
Nay, our greatest heroes seek to undo the crimes of their family. They who will not wear the crown are its fiercest opponents.
Okay, I feel like the princess is correct. I think I might have misspoken about the queen. Or at least I might have described the scene incorrectly.
Well,
You'll never hear me
they're
speak
great
or
heroes, so
sing,
maybe this
but hell and
knight
fury
might be one of them.
Yeah.
Nay,
Let me shuffle them around.
Heroes seek to undo the crimes of their family. They who will not wear the crown are its fiercest opponents. Who are Barry's unlikely friends? Who defy
Okay, this is me
our
swapping them around.
Nay, our greatest heroes seek to undo the crimes of their family. They who will not wear the crown are its fiercest opponents.
Maybe
Who are
the knight is
Barry's
correct.
unlikely friends? Who defy our king until his reign ends?
Yeah, I'm not really sure here.
I mean, maybe we go king and warden? Or king and warden, knight and warden?
There's the war.
to any.
I'll try both. I'll try both configurations with it.
Nay.
Okay, we'll try the other.
Greatest heroes seek to undo the crimes of their family. They who will not wear the crown are its fiercest opponents. Nay, our greatest heroes seek to undo the crimes of their family. They who will not wear the crown are its fiercest opponents. Who are Barry's unlikely friends? Who defy our king until his reign ends?
Okay, maybe we do need the younger princess and the artificer. Or the artificer, the other thing. I'm sorry. I'm thinking. I like. It's a toughie based on our options that we have available.
Yeah, because none of the clues make any sense to me. Because the closest thing to, like, heroes is the Warden and the King's Knight.
Yeah, and meanwhile, I have, like, I don't know, my scene describes, like, definitely something that I wouldn't necessarily call heroic, and then somebody just handling a book, and I'm like, Yeah, it's...
Okay, there's the...
I serve none but king and god, who both rule their realm by scepter and rod, while people talk of suffering. Isn't that odd?
Okay, I've sent the knight back, and then, yeah, I won't place... Well, actually, I will place those skins, because I can swap.
So do you get any, like, audio from the talking? Because all I get is mumbles.
I do. That's a bit of it's what I've repeated, or what I'll repeat periodically, but that's why I'm kind of leaning towards the unlikely. Okay, so essentially, the talking is talking about like an unlikely pair. And the second one, and the reason why I'm leaning towards your initial talk about like the princess, that was unruly, was it talked about somebody that was defying the king until his reign's end, and the only description that you gave off all of them was the princess being very like defiant.
No, when I put the head on the turntable and turn it.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Sometimes it helps. In this case, none of them have really helped.
I will hide the book of gold within my father's keep of old, and help the people escape this cold.
Okay, see, that one didn't really help this riddle at all either. Jake described a Robin Hood scenario.
What'd it say?
She was, well, she said three things. She was like, I need to replay the text. Because she was like, talking about how she would hide her father's gold in the abode, and that she would, help the people out of the cold. Sorry, I had the word in there because I'm still holding the princess in my hand.
Alright, I'll send the prince to see what he says then.
I cannot abide so much sorrow. I would improve the world tomorrow, had I evaded my untimely death blow.
So he says he cannot condone such sorrow. He would have improved the world tomorrow had he have evaded his fatal death blow. Unfortunately, the doll head that I need is not the one that's about to die. I'm gonna place a combo of what I got in my hand. I expect to hear another nay.
Nay, our greatest heroes seek to undo the crimes of their family. They who will not wear the crown are its fiercest opponents.
So they who will not wield the crown are its fiercest opponents.
Friends, who defy our king until his reign ends.
Okay, you ready for the alchemist?
Yes, I am.
don't really care for the common folk. My alchemist's pyre will serve as their yoke and fuel arcane power that I now invoke.
So he doesn't care for the common folk. His alchemist spire will fever yoke and fuel the power that he now invokes.
Okay, definitely not him. Here's the eldest princess.
In Valdemar's memory, I must do right. I travel through woods to stay out of sight. No longer the victim. Instead, I now fight.
So, in Voldemort's memory, I must do right. I travel through wood to keep out of sight. No longer the victim, now I must fight. So, she could be the one with the sword that I see on the right that's getting ready to attack the other person with a sword and board. To be fair, if a person with a sword and board, I don't know if it's the king or not. They're not, like, marked.
No, I would put her as the stabber, because you said it was like in a wooded area or swamp or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm describing.
Yeah, no, I would say she's the sword person then.
Nay, our greatest
Okay,
heroes
that's because I had somebody in the other slot. That's not a big deal.
They who will not wear the crown are its fiercest opponents.
So now the other person is handling a book. I mean, that could be the alchemist.
King, until his reign ends.
It doesn't match the riddle.
And what does
I will
princess say?
hide the Book of Gold within my father's keep of old and help the people escape this cold.
I might give it a try. Give me a hot second, because she talked about Book of Gold and her father's abode of old, help the people out of the cold. But book kind of caught my eye.
Correct. The king's own daughter rose against our sovereign, though he knows it not. They wish to undo their father's crimes against our people. Ah,
It should make sense. A family that's still alive.
their rebellion is our greatest weapon.
Oh, that was it.
You are a friend. Enter.
That took way longer than I thought it should. Oh, there we go. Well, I kind of dropped the ball in the last part. Apologies about that.
Oh, we gotta figure it out.
Oh, great. This is gonna be awesome. Grant absolution.
Now you confess your greatest sins.
Oh, but one time I peed in the bathtub. It was a good way to save time. Hey, we got a church with a bunch of symbols.
Got a note here that says music will guide you home.
Oh, that's a bad omen. We have, yeah, you saw it too, the seating with all the symbols. Are we gonna have to sit people down? And we have a crank to operate too. Oh, maybe we have to use a crank. Now to get this party started. Yeah, I'm cranking it. I want to see what happens.
I back down. Now roll it up.
Gotcha, comrade. You're rolling, rolling, rolling. Anything decent up there?
Nothing yet. Oh, here we go. Oh boy.
Oh, you found the puzzle?
Well, looks like I got a bunch of glass cases with a bunch of heads. And then above, some of them have, I'm guessing the glass blower guild or whatever. I'm guessing the smiths.
They have symbols, I take it? Like gears and shit?
Yeah, one is like the glass blower, and then the other one's like a pot of molten metal being poured.
Yeah, those coincide with the floor arrangement.
And then I got a note here on the wall: when all those present are seated properly, the ceremony will commence.
Yeah, so that tells me we're probably putting heads in seats.
Okay, I got a lever, so I'm just gonna pull and see what happens.
You have opened up a door full of dollies. Oh boy. Let me guess, I think you only grab heads one at a time up there.
I can't grab nothing. I think I'm just gonna have to describe things to you.
Oh god, I was afraid of that. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you are. This is gonna be like Sudoku in the worst way possible. Hang on, let me read the code of conduct real quick before it gets started. I have a bunch of dolls with heads, and then I have the royal family heads as well. So, like, this is gonna be very fugly, but yeah, let's start with dolls, go from there. Let me read code of conduct first. We need ears everywhere. Never sit behind or in front of another resistance member. Code of conduct. Men and women cannot sit on the same bench. Only sit in spaces your guild has paid for. Okay, so I guess we may place them first, and I'll probably have to adjust from there. So, start describing, and I'll start placing.
Okay, I guess we'll start with one of the glass blowers. It just looks like a white hair in a bun.
You said white hair in a bun? Okay, this was a glass blower. Next.
Okay, the other glassblower is in like a purple bishop outfit, also with white hair that kind of has two curls on each side, curling up.
Perfect, got you. So it looks like there's only 2 glass blowers, period. Okay, I'm ready for the next.
Okay, I'll start with the molten metal people. There's a bishop, it's a guy. He has white hair and a white goatee.
Repeat that one more time, I'm so sorry.
So the first of the metal casters is, again, like a purple bishop. He has white hair and a white goatee.
Okay, like a bowl haircut.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, and this is Molten Metal Man. So Molten Metal Man will politely sit... You can sit top row. Oh, I figured something out. Give me one moment. It makes sense. All the bishops have to sit up front. All the purple people have to be up front. Okay, I'm ready for the next one.
Okay, the other metal caster is... He has a monocle, white hair, and he kind of almost has the Donald Trump look, perhaps.
It's like a swoosh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready for the next.
And the final metal caster is a girl. Also white hair, kind of curling up, and has a looks like a green bow in her hair.
Okay. I'm ready for the next, comrade.
Well, that's it for the glass blower and the molten guy. I got one other box here of 2 male heads that are just sitting on white cloth. I don't know what their symbols are.
Let me see if I have a pair of just 2. Okay, I don't. I'm looking for hammer and straight edge and gears.
Yeah, see, I ain't got none of that.
And I'm looking for a bunch of that. So, ooh. I might be on my own on the rest of this. Give me a hot second to figure this out. Then, if that one's there, this one has to be other. Because I think what you gave me is enough to be the key? Question mark?
Yeah, you said you have royal heads too, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So I'm guessing that red spot is the king.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Let me throw these on the bench and then we might almost be ready.
And the guy you just put is one of the extra heads I have in the unmarked case.
Oh. Oh, I'll actually keep that in mind too, because I might have to replace him. Matter of fact, I think I'll swap him out now.
Well, I think that one you just replace him with is the same thing.
Real quick, is this one also same thing?
Thing is kind of a blonde mustache and goatee with the top hat, and the other one is almost like a Ben Franklin kind of hairdo with a monocle on his right eye.
Aw. Maybe those three are supposed to be the gears. Definitely going to be some placement, replacings happening.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure we're solid on the bishops. I think we got that right. Because he said that females can't mix with males. They can't be on the same bench. And we got the 2 bishops placed already. So that narrows them out.
Yeah, I think I might be, describe the ones, the 3 that were blank again, though. Sorry.
I only have 2. The 2 that are separate from the ones with no symbol is a blonde bearded mustache with a top hat, and the other one is almost Ben Franklin with a monocle on his right eye.
Okay, I have a Ben Franklin, and I'm pretty sure I have blonde. And I gotta see King.
Put the king in there and see if something happens.
Yeah, how do I actually interact with the King Glass? I feel like something's supposed to happen. Well, I have king heads, but they're hidden behind glass that I can't seem to access. Wait a minute, king, and then a girl with red hair. Girl with red hair is probably sitting next to the king. And that makes an opening for a dude. Aw. So I'm brainstorming hella right now.
So what was the code of conduct thing again?
Yeah. Men and women cannot sit on the same bench. Only sit in seats your guild has paid for. And then on top of that, we need ears everywhere. Never sit behind or in front of another resistance member. And essentially, one of them I just know is the Pope, and that's Gears. And I have no idea what the other resistance members look like. But they all have the same icon on them. That looks like a gold coin with a weird symbol drone on it. Like it's like 2 triangles and a kite.
Yeah, I'm only getting about every other word from you.
Oh, Rutro Raggy. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Essentially, let me repeat code of conduct. So, men and women cannot sit on the same bench, and only sit in spaces your guild has paid for. In addition, there's also a resistance member conflict. We need ears everywhere. Never sit behind or in front of another resistance member. But I have no idea what the resistance members look like. I only know that one of them's a pope.
Okay, maybe... Because I got a wall here of a bunch of portraits, so maybe these are the resistance members. Do you know what pope is the resistant member?
Yes, that is the gear pope. So, the gear pope should be the brown hair, bowl haircut with mustache. Like a Mario mustache.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he's on the wall.
Alright, that'd be a good start, honestly. Yeah, let's describe some of the others on the wall.
Okay, so we'll just go across and name the popes. So the other pope is gold hair, about chin length or neck length. The other one is gray hair lady with two swoops of, or kind of curls twice on each side. And then the other one is, I believe the one I described as the metal crafting pope.
Yes, so I have all those placed correctly. I have popes, that confirms I have popes correct.
Well, no, I think these are resistant members. Anyway, so I got two ladies with green hats. Do you have any of those down there?
Yes, I do. I have one next to the king currently, and then I have one sitting behind.
Okay, so is one a blonde and the other one a redhead?
Yes.
Okay, so I think they're both resistant members. So I think that's what, they can't be in front of one another or something like that.
Okay, I've adjusted for that.
Okay, and I think the other metal crafting girl, the one with the green bow in her hair, that one's a resistant member.
So all the popes. So if I'm getting it correctly, all the popes, the green hair girl, and then the two with the green hats.
Well, no, I still got 5 more people to describe here.
Oh lord. At that point, that's everybody in the room.
Well, never mind then. That's out the window.
I'm more curious if I can't access the king heads.
Random heads those are the resistant members.
Sorry, repeat that. I apologize. I talked over.
The 2 random heads I got here, maybe they're the resistant members.
They could be. Einstein-looking guy, or the Ben Franklin, and the other. Even then, I don't think those are breaking the sitting rule either. Oh, my bad. That was my bad. I don't think those are breaking the sitting rule either.
Do what?
The blanks, the Ben Franklin, and then the blonde top hat, right?
Yeah.
I need to remember not to mess with any of the metalworking ones down here or glass blowers, because those are set in stone. It has to mainly be something that's stopping me from being able to pull the king's head.
Do you have any, or do you have excess dolls?
I have one more. I mean, technically it's a full set if I place it in the king's throne, but otherwise I have a spare. So yeah, one extra.
Well, if those two are the resistant members, we can't, I don't think they can be next to each other, right?
They just can't sit behind or in front. But side by side shouldn't matter. Looking for anything that I might have missed on my end.
Down there's not supposed to be there at all.
Sorry, comrade, what up?
I'm wondering if one of those dolls isn't meant to be there.
Maybe? I mean, maybe your photograph you were listing earlier is the correct guide?
You have a guy that kind of has like an Amish hat.
We're talking like a top, like big baller hat, right? Like, or wait, hang on. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like a Watson hat.
Put him next to the king.
Okay, I've done that. Although that was, what's it called? That was a molten metal spot.
Oh, you're right. Okay. So go ahead and put him back then.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm kind of stumped here.
I mean, maybe we assume the picture, but ignore the glass blowers and the molten metal.
Let me see if I can come down here. I want to look around.
Sure.
Okay, let me down. And then do you want to look up top?
Sure, why not? Treasure. Oh, I'm kidding. Yeah, there really isn't that much here, is there? Yeah, it's funny. I see the different pictures, and nobody meets the description of the blonde with the top hat of that. Nobody has hair that bright. I see the gated pictures only help you so far.
Well, we have a top hat.
Yeah, but I thought his hair was a little more on the brown side, you know.
Might just be the lighting, though.
Oh, look at the pictures and how they're arranged behind the iron bars. It almost gives the impression that A, somebody is sitting in the prince's seat. B, you would almost think it's blasphemous on how they're arranged. Me thinks it's a dude looks like a lady case. Like almost like chick with the red hair should be sitting on the throne next to the guy that has the Donald Trump swoosh gray hair.
Yeah, but if I remember right, looking at the bishops, it doesn't make sense where they're seated. And we already know the bishops are at least right.
I mean, true-ish. Oh, okay, so describe... So looking at the bishop's head on, right? The Gear Bishop. Please describe me the Gear Bishop so I can confirm my theory on orientation of the pictures.
Brown handlebar mustache.
Okay, so my theory is how the photographs... Okay, so who is it? So who's sitting next to him?
Currently, it's the metal casting bishop, which is the gray goatee guy.
Ah, I see what you mean. Oh, okay, so... Oh. Oh, this is... Yeah, because then you'd have the gold and the gray together. For the women.
It's guys with guys and girls with girls.
Yeah. But by that math, there's an odd number of guys. The ratio of guys to girls is incorrect on the row for king. Let me look at the bottom row. I'm pretty sure this problem is only a problem on the, what's it called, center row, because it looks like the bottom row is like all, what's it called, all men. Or the back row's all men. So I think taboo is broken on the case of the king's crown, but I could be mistaken. And I think, but in the case that it isn't, at that point it would have to match the hair that's seen near the king in the king's display downstairs.
Yeah, I only got parts of that.
Sorry, essentially downstairs, you have a display for the king, right? And it's the king, the queen, and what looks to be a child to the left of the king's head.
Yeah, it was the red-headed green hat.
So I think we put that on the king's throne.
Well, that would put guy and girl.
I know. I'm also going by the theorem of the king's children liking to sit on the throne. I'm also going by the fact that only the center row has an odd number. Like the center row's ratio is incorrect, whereas like the back looks like it could be like all dudes. I'm literally assuming that they pulled a screw the rules, I'm royalty maneuver.
But what I don't get is there's that other case here with the blue tapestry, and that same child is in both cases.
I mean, true. The only thing I could assume, red herring, tapestry torn. I mean, unless that blue is supposed to coincide with the metal workers and the glass blowers upstairs, but I don't know. Okay. Bring me down, please. Once I find the down way. Give me a moment.
I feel like we need to figure out who our resistant members are.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't know about you, I didn't see anything up there.
Because we know who the gear resistant member is. It's the Pope.
Yeah. That's why I initially thought the two in the case that were unmarked were also resistance members, but then we would have been missing one more. Unless that's the daughter.
How many's in the molten case?
That would be 3.
We know one's a bishop, so we know that's not the resistant member, so it's one of the other two.
And there was 2 in the glass blowing case, with 1 being a bishop as well.
Well, that doesn't make sense, because they all sit in front of each other.
For glass blowing?
No, I'm talking about the metal.
Yeah, well, oh, so they don't sit directly in front of each other. I think it's one of those cases where we want everyone to have a neighbor spread out, you know what I mean?
Just in general. Must mean that monocle man here is our resistant member. No?
Honestly, daughter with the red hair on the throne. You have her there. That means you have no resistance members in either 2 seats up above, which is technically being met. Resistance member being the gear in row 1. Then we could sit whatever we want for the hammer in the back row.
2 around, so now we can have the girl on the throne, and it makes sense.
Oh yeah, it does. I didn't even think about that. I totally just misplaced this earlier. Good swap. And then maybe the glass blowers. Those could be both red herrings. Or either that or it's the center. It's like one with the bob.
Well, no, because we know there's only 2 glass blowers, right?
Yes, there's only 2.
So is this girl with the bun has to be the resistant member then?
Yes, yes, actually, I would agree with you. Now we just need a female to sit next to her. It's like, there's no more women. I'm kidding. Let's see. I think Top Hat Guy and dude that looks like Edison, they have to be sitting from the same crest, if that makes sense. They have to belong to the same house. Okay, let me see if it changed anything up here. Okay, it certainly didn't. Crud. Aw, big thinking. Do we have any leftover dolls that are not seated currently?
Nope, that's all of them.
Okay, I kind of assumed, or kind of figured, but I had to ask. Crud.
Can you pull the lever or anything?
That's what I checked, but it wasn't letting me. And it's still showing the same sign of when all those are present are seated properly, the ceremony will commence. Aw, what could be missing? Maybe swap the two hammers in the final rose position with each other. Damn, I really thought I was gonna do something. Yeah, that's still a negative. Like, on one hand, you'd think you're supposed to mimic the pictures, but then there's, like, different guild seating. Big intrigue. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is a doozy.
Yeah, this might be a hint one, because I'm not... I have no idea what we're supposed to figure out here.
Yeah, there has to be something else. Question is, what? It's almost like he's pointing to defy the seating arrangement, but why would anyone do that? Oops, sorry, I was smashing the button. It's almost pointing at defying the seating arrangement, but why would anyone do that?
What? Sorry, I zoned out. What do you mean defining the seating arrangement? Or
I don't know. I'm getting mixed signals because of the arrangement of the portraits upstairs. You know what I mean? Like, I almost feel like they're pointing at how they should be seated, but that's completely contradicted by the groups with the icons. Hmm. Okay, I don't know what you did.
I think something happened.
Yeah, you unlocked a gate on all of these portraits. I can now interact with it. When I push the button, did something happen? Or when I push that portrait?
Something happened, but I didn't see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's moving up something behind their seats.
Interesting.
Go ahead and do one so I can see what it actually does.
Absolutely. You know what that symbol looks like? So when I push it in, whatever it does to their seat, like on my end, it's a resistance symbol. And then what is it doing on your end on their seat when I do that?
It raises up the symbol.
Okay, so I think we need to point them out.
Go ahead and select Pope with the handlebar mustache.
Gotcha. And then Bun Lady, right?
Yeah, because she's the only glassblower that can be resistant.
And then who else you thinking, comrade?
I'm thinking this gray hair with the monocle is the multi-metal spy.
How's his hair look in terms of hairdo?
Gray hair, monocle on his left eye, and his hair kind of swoops up. His bangs does. Yep, that one.
Awesome. Who else is on the chopping block?
Gears, glass blowing, multi-metal. So now we need to figure out the craftsman. So it's either Ben Franklin or the black hat, black mustache guy.
Ooh. Either or, huh? I don't know. Do you think that we sent in? Who are you thinking gets death? Do we give it to death by bad haircut or death to the guy who decided to wear a hat?
I say go Ben Franklin because it mentions we need spies everywhere, and we only got one here on the left side, so I'll go with that.
You figured it out. Oh, it's music time.
Can we trade?
I would love to, but my door is shut tight.
Alright, I got the piano. I got, it looks like C, D, E, F, G, A, B.
Okay, I have sheet music.
Oh, and then I got a scroll that has C, D, E, and F, and then symbols that correspond to it.
Oh boy. Anybody else smell toast?
After that seating arrangement, yes, I do.
Okay. Should I just like plaster things on the board and see what happens, or?
You have a board?
Oh yeah, I have a board to place music, the sheet music. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. That sounds lovely. So I don't think that was what was supposed to happen.
So does your sheet music have symbols on it, I'm guessing?
Yes, it does. And then I have a key here. It's partially torn off, but it describes what some of the symbols mean.
Okay, so it probably sounds like you have half and I have the other half.
All right. I have this weird that we're gonna be pen and papering it.
You cut out.
Sorry, I have this weird feeling we're gonna probably be pen and papering this puzzle.
Way ahead of you. I already grabbed a piece of paper.
All right, give me 1 second for me to grab mine. Okay, let me open up a sketch pad.
Boy, you have to go cut down the tree and make your own paper?
No, I'm what's it called? Writing this out with a stylus. I'm saving trees, thank you. Okay, so let me draw out mine. Hopefully it'll let me do this. Oh, cool, it does. Bam, bam, bam. And then let me know once you're fully drawn with yours, and then we can exchange. Riveting gameplay. Where pen and paper comes in handy.
And do you have part of one of your symbols that doesn't correspond to a letter?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that one's going to be F.
Okay, let me draw the symbol to the guide, and then I will, what's it called? Give it to you. Okay, so I have B, A, G, and now F. What letters do you have?
C, D, and E.
Okay, so... Oh, you ready for F?
Yeah.
So F is a diagonal line from the top left to the bottom right. It kind of ends in a swoosh on both ends. And then there's another thinner line that's drawn like slightly above it, if that makes sense. Then it also has a dot in the top right quadrant.
Yeah, I want to try something. Okay, I think I see what you're talking about now.
Okay, cool.
So I think I can just play the notes here and it'll give me the symbol. So is your A kind of like a backwards C and then kind of two dots to the right of it?
Yes, one of them's filled, one of them's more of a semicircle.
Okay.
Okay, do you need any more of my letters, or do you need to give me some of mine? Or...
Hang on, I'm currently drawing out yours. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I think I am.
So C is pretty much Z.
Okay, I take it does the pen stroke thicken towards the bottom of Z?
Yep.
Okay.
And then D is like a 7 with two dots on top of it.
Okay, I got you.
And then E is also a 7, but then it has two lines crossing the top perpendicular of the top half of the 7.
Okay. So I now have a complete guide on my end too. So now I have 6 pieces of music. I have the younger, the elder, the critic, the talented, the clear, and the modern.
Okay, I got a note down here that says the history of the people's hymn. Every composer changed the hymn to their liking when Ye'd followed the original composer Allard. And that's all I got.
Okay, so this makes sense because every single piece of these. Okay, so this makes sense actually because each of the titles, the younger, the elder, the critic, the talented, these are different people that were composers that changed the song. And so the younger swapped notes 1 and 3. That means the clear had to have the initial. The clear had to have been first. That was number 1, and that's the number 1 seal. So we have to figure out. Okay, I get it. We're figuring out the history. We're totally figuring out the history. So I'm gonna probably need you to reread that one more time.
Okay, the history of the people's hymn. Every composer changed the hymn to their liking when Ye'd followed the original composer Allard, and that's it.
Okay, so we have the clear. So now we have to somehow figure out the other pattern.
How many notes is in the original piece?
Original piece is 4 notes long. Original piece, actually, let me write down what the OG is.
So can you give me those notes and I'll see if that works?
Yes. So the original hymn is G, A, C, B. Sounds like they did something.
I mean, we didn't get the bad noise, so I guess that's a plus.
Did anything open on your end or change on your end? Okay, so we got a green light on my end, so that confirmed that number 1 is correct.
And how many pieces of music do we have?
We have 5 more, comrade.
Okay. Do we know what the next one is?
I do not currently. We have, so that was the clear. The other titles that are possible are the elder, the critic, the talented, the younger, the modern. I thought about going the elder next. Like possibly going elder, younger, critic, talented, modern, but I'm not. I don't know. I was hoping like something would have appeared after the successful hymn downstairs.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Okay, cool. So the hymn on this one is, let me write it out just to make sure. This hymn should be G, F as in flatulence, C, B. It did not like that. It greenlit.
All right. What's the next one?
Ooh, I actually have to think if I want to go the critic next. So that was the elder. We have a critic, the talented, the younger, the modern. I feel like the modern has to be last. Maybe we go younger, talented, critic, modern. Oh lord, I got my work cut out for me. Hold on a minute. I have to rewrite this down. One and three now swap places, so it's C, F, E, B. Okay, yes. C as in coffee, F as in flatulence, G as in gear, B as in boxing. Oh, I did not like that. Okay, so it's definitely not the younger next. Give me a minute. So maybe it's... Let's try... The talented? Wait, talented wouldn't make any sense here. XCV. Ooh. Okay. This is a me puzzle. I actually have to really think about this.
Do they change on each other's music or from the original? How's
It's looking like they're changing on each other's. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. We're going the modern next. Let me write this out again. So now we went from GFCB. Let me get a new dog. God, this thing's so awkward to draw on. So GFCB, and then that transforms.
I only got 2 of those. Are you still working on it?
Yeah, I'm still working on it. Sorry. So we're G. Oh, wrong tool. My bad. We're GFCB. And then that goes to GC. And then double sevens D. So that's looking like G, C, C, D. Yeah, G as in gear, C as in coffee, C again as in coffee, D as in donut.
What was that last one?
D as in donut. Okay, so I think we're in agreement. That sounded like shit, but that is correct.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, you know who didn't think it was okay? The critic. That's what we're playing next. Let me decipher real quick.
I mean, everyone's a critic, so...
Yeah, the critic, though, was a huge critic, because a critic changes a piece back and adds his own. You ready?
Go for it.
G as in gear, F as in fart, C as in coffee, C again as in coffee. Okay, so now it looks like the younger. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was just saying the critic was pretty good.
It was. It reminded me of a carnival. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, C as in coffee, F as in fart, G as in grape, C as in coffee. Ooh, I like this one, I'm not gonna lie. This gives me Final Fantasy IX vibes. Alright, ready? Alright, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, the talented. D as in donut, F as in fart, G as in Groot, and A as in apple. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. DFGA. No, I messed up that symbol for the stupid sevens. The stupid sevens. Hang on, give me a minute.
You have one job.
Yeah, sorry, I deciphered that incorrectly. That is E as in egg, F as in flower, G as in grape, and A as in animal. That reminds me of Muda Kingdom from Final Fantasy, yeah, Super Mario Land. Actually, I get Dragon Ball Dragon Ball GT! Dragon Ball GT! Ba 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 ba. No, I'm sorry. Well done. We did the puzzle. All right, help me out down the elevator, please, my good sir. All right, ready. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I thought for sure the music puzzle was gonna have us, but more than ever, that seating puzzle, had you have not pulled the fast one.
Going up.
Now
One-way ticket.
sing the souls that lived here before. Yet all but
Good luck.
we fled through the door. Anyone like us, caught in the ice. Hark to our song. We forge the device. When king betrayed us. We sought defiance. All of his subjects formed an alliance. We opened the door, but left two behind. They hit our device, for you left to find. To keep it secure, it's broken in three. Assemble the parts, and you shall be free. Into the graveyard, look for the glass. Cast in the foundry, base made from brass. And under our town, guarded by guilds, find the contraptions clockmaker builds. Ones here assembled, let's shine the light, which shows the way out of this dark night.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, that feels like we just finished the tutorial. Now here's the main quest line.
I'm happy I'm not alone in those thoughts. It's like the Claptrap quest for a stash, but he's serious. Into what? So we can make, like, the maid from Adventure Time? Is that what we're constructing here for this weapon?
Well, I walked into the light. Apparently that wasn't good.
Yeah. I think we died. I'm not sure. You alive? I think we finally made it out.
Oh, there we go. Sitting on the white light forever.
Running. So I just jump off and they can't help me.
I think you're supposed to help me here.
I think so too.
What was on my arm?
I think you're cursed, my guy.
Trouble finding the infestation, my liege.
Silence, serpent. This does not concern you.
Does it not? You know, they escaped your keep. They are out there. Oh, release me, my lord. Set me free, and I will hunt them down. Bring them to
Yeah,
your
don't do that.
justice.
So be it. You will bring them to me.
I have this weird feeling that our time limit just got introduced to every room.
Hopefully not.
Like, call it a hunch. I hope I'm wrong. Actual signs. Unlike, if this was Borderlands, it'd just say either or.
just pick a direction.
I was gonna say yes. Well, definitely. Well, never mind. I'm being blind. Let me guess, no goodies. Oh, that did something.
That's a body.
Can't we peel them off? Good.
It looks like your body.
It's okay, I'm okay with that. Hey, you're lucky. Your seat might still be warm.
It's still warm from the frozen dead guy we just peeled off.
Yeah, it's like the tauntaun for warmth phenomena. It's all fun and games until the chairlift line snaps. Judging by the eye in the sky, he's gonna turn Metal Gear very quick. Fleeing! If only we could have picked that up.
I'm confident it guards what I seek. The giant Aldor, but how does it work?
Aw. I'm not gonna lie, this level design makes me, like, reminisce. For whatever reason, I get reminded of, like, Rayman Revolution on PS2 and Sly Cooper, of all things. Really should play Rayman. That deserves a playthrough. We probably wouldn't beat the first Rayman because it's tough as shit, but oh god, they're fun.
Interesting.
Oh. Does setting the light actually do anything? I know we've been avoiding it. Yeah. Oh, there's one on each side.
Yep.
As I'd be like, oh man.
You can let go.
Oh, you can? Badass. Oh, thank you. There's a lot of spooky stuff up here.
I have a lever, and that's about it.
I have a lot of walking room.
Oh, never mind, I got some more stuff. Oh, just took a chair lift.
Yeah, that was like the squeakiest thing in all existence. I'm going around in circles.
I got a doll here looking at an empty cradle.
Okay. Trying to see if there's any way from my area to go up higher, but I'm not seeing any. Oh, that did something.
Did that open up anything for you?
Ooh. Oh, okay. Okay, I solid that one up. I'm sorry. Totally my bad. Okay. I can, yep, you know what to do. I'll try not to drop you.
Are you crane certified?
Sure. In my dreams. That is a wonky map transition. The way that entire piece of that map moved, so weird.
Do you have a button to press?
It's what I'm looking for currently, but I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, so maybe I'm not supposed to press the button. Yeah, I think you come back now, and I rotate it for you.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Give me a hot sec. I have to have like that moment of like remembrance on how I got up here.
No, come back. You were going the right way.
Ah, I see what you're saying. Okay, I think I went too far in. Yeah, that's wild.
Okay, go back and I'll rotate it again for you.
Well, I'm holding a lever right now. I'm curious what it's doing.
I don't know, but I can see for now if you run straight across. Well, maybe not.
Oh, somehow we both have to be united. This is an elevator over your believer. Let's see what I have over here real quick, like. Okay, and then let's... I can interact with this entry. Okay, so those rocks I can interact with another player as well, probably to go down.
Yeah, I think I need you to somehow cross this bridge and press the button over here.
Okay, I'm ready if we want to try to move this plot around.
I don't think that's gonna do anything for you, though. That's the thing. Because that's how you got over there.
Unless there's another configuration where I can, like, if we go to that config... Well, There has to be a configuration that I can squeeze in temporarily. And then, if, you know...
So all that does get you to me. That doesn't no good.
Yeah, because, yeah, it's all locked there. I see what you're saying. Aha.
Yeah, there's got to be something on that side to either move this or you get down further.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, maybe. Oh, that looks like something later. That's a partner thing. There's a bridge. It's also an awaiting other player. Let me triple check. big toughie.
So this is where I came from.
Unless I'm not supposed to run and pray I can do this from a handle, which I could try. And then can we find out this brick's a state, and it's like, uh-oh. Alright, let me double check. Because this moves me down here. Ooh, I have a lever. I don't know what that lever did, though.
This button.
Yeah, I have no idea what... Yeah, I have no idea what that did.
There's a button on the other side. Oh, never mind. What'd you do?
I was pulling a lever.
Yep, I opened up my gate.
So that's where I came down, and that was a one-way ticket sort of down. So this has another flipper.
I just where I came from.
Yeah, not my brightest moment. Yeah, because that was a one-way ticket for me to get down here.
Yeah, we need to get one of us back over there. Just keep rotating until we line up to that second story. I think you need to be the one that moves. 'Cause that way I can open up the gate for you if it needs it.
Okay.
No, that just takes you right back to where I came from.
Yeah, I had to walk down it. I had to see. Wait oh, hang on. That's just. Ooh, that put me back to a lever. I know it takes you back where you came from. I'm just thinking.
I'm gonna follow that direction, and maybe I rotate up here. So follow your path to where I think you're underneath me.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, if this looks correct. Oh, my bad. I'm ready to lift you.
Ready. Okay, where's that thing at that we need to work?
Both of these stones. I think these just might. Oh yeah. Now I get now. Wow, duh. Why was I thinking one on each? Why was I thinking two on each? And here I thought the beam was, you know, here I thought this was a stealth mission.
Yeah, me too.
Zipline! Zipline!
A heck of a zip line.
Imagine you just, your hands are like sweating, you slip halfway through. I hope we make it. Looks like you need to flip a lever. Drop something for me.
I don't even know where you're at.
Ziplined.
No, I think you're just going the wrong way. Now you're going the right way. Pretty sure this is our next puzzle.
Ah, okay. I probably was yeah.
So that one room that the door kept opening and closing is open.
Interesting. There's like a mirror reflect thing down here, so I'm curious if I can interact with real quick. Oh, now I see what you mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
No, oh no, as in this is probably going to be a complex couple hour thing.
Yeah. I see multiple, so essentially I see several discs that are red that I can only assume reflect the light. I'm about to see what they do here in a second. Yes, that reflect the light. And then I have other discs that have etchings in them of like events and people. By the looks of things, you have total control over certain discs to flip. Oh, that's wild, actually. So yeah. I almost feel like we're gonna have to shine multiple portraits. I'm not sure.
Portraits?
So, like, not all the glass shields. So, essentially, from not all of these mirrors are just mirrors. Some of them have pictures etched into them.
Are we just not trying to connect the light into this focusing lens at the end?
No, I at least had like part of me. That's where I'm kind of confused, because if maybe it's just me, but if that was the case, why make them all look different?
Probably for another puzzle later down the road.
I mean, we can give it a shot. By all means.
I think we just need one. Yeah, I think you need to put a mirror right where you just passed here.
Oh, I got you. Give me 1 sec. I got something else. Hang on. That one's working like crud. This one could be the same deal.
And just line up the door. So what, like, pictures do you have?
They're pretty descriptive. Let me grab them all.
I got kind of like a symbol here that looks like an owl holding a key.
An owl holding a key. Let me see if I have some that match.
I mean, can you see the door that we're shining up onto?
I mean, kind of, but not enough to like make out the mark. Although I don't really have any that meet that description of an owl holding a key.
Maybe all together they make a picture.
Is this doing anything what I'm doing to the thing right now? Well, that will, obviously, but...
Can't tell.
When the sound is blocked, yeah, can we get a rotation?
Okay, yeah, it's adding to it.
Okay. Okay, I know exactly what it wants us to do. Essentially, we need to utilize all of the mirrors to reflect the light onto the door whilst passing it through every single mosaic piece. Let's see, but if we're gonna do that and do that effectively, hang on.
And put one there right behind you.
Yeah. I'm kind of going by intuition, but this feels right. Okay, that looks like a spare 2. Oh, hold on, that looks to be part of it. Oh, okay. Okay, I think we might have to think slightly differently, because this one in the corner pocket looks like I can't pick it up.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it has a picture on it.
Yeah, but I'm still holding on. I still have 2 pictures in my inventory. So hang on one moment. Boom, boom. If these go there... Oh, shit. I feel like we're almost there. There's like one thing that I'm missing. Well, either that or maybe it's a case where all the photos don't have to be used. Because that one was a different stained glass piece I did. I was curious if the image changed at all. So let's try this. And it's really like a piece that seems to be, what's it called? Like light that should be dark on your end.
What?
On the door, are all the images darker, or is there still something that's light?
I mean, we're getting shadows, but it's still light. I don't know what you're meaning.
I guess, shoot, the consistency of the shadows, are we consistent on the portrait, or, never mind, I can't, hang on, I need it to figure out correct verbiage, that's entirely my bad.
I mean, it looks like we're trying to do like shadow puppet thing. Oh, the one you just took off. Well, I guess that kind of works too. I don't think there's really an order. I think we just gotta connect them all.
Yeah, true. If that's the case, we have to use this. Hang on. So give us a hang on all the time. So then laying it out. I don't think I have any. I think I have all the shields already put up out there. I have to adjust what we already have up. Here then that. I'm gonna mess with the puzzle a lot.
Well, I don't. Why are we messing with it? I can rotate things.
Yeah, but what about? I mean, I'm just curious on placement of mirrors. I guess. Sorry.
I don't think it matters. I guess as long as we can connect them all, that's all we gotta do.
I guess that's what. I guess that's what I was trying to do. Is trying to get all of the stained glass pieces in there.
Well, if I have to rotate and change the pattern, I can do that. I just can't see everything, so you need to direct me.
No, I get that. I guess I'm trying to visualize. That makes sense. And then that's my bad. I flip in because for whatever reason, the one mirror that we can't actually pick up is throwing me off like red herring.
Which one can't we pick up?
There's this mirror right here in the corner.
Oh, I don't see an image on it, so I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, but I guess my perspective was how we are right now. We do not have all the images in, so and I have no more mirrors to place on the board to like reflect the image, and ones or to reflect the light.
I get that. Then we gotta change our pattern, so I need to rotate things. You just gotta help me out here.
Oh lordy. That has to hit it from that direction. Sorry, I am trying to figure out the best way to go about this in terms of what to have you rotate. Down below, move that. Well, no, Neo is no center. Because already can. But we need to augment it through 2 more, and even then, there's not a piece of it. Or is that there? The issue is there's none in like the direct corner here. Otherwise, this would be a perfect reflection. We'd be able to get like 2. Now, if we took that out, reflected it later. I'm gonna move this mirror one back. It's just a total a storm in progress. Oh, that's actually better, yeah, because you can just direct it in line. What am I thinking? Then this would have to be a mirror here. But then it doesn't really... Oh, wait. I have a spot here. I'm being silly. That is not a mirror. That is a portrait piece, by the way. Apologies. Okay. Then we need... Oh, I need... Wait. Oh, I might have miscounted my pieces. No! Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay, okay. I have to... Okay, re-scramble. I feel like one file check to make sure I didn't miss anything. Whole joint's cleaned out. Is I'll take this here. Then, unless we could swing a diagonal, but I don't think it reflects that way. I think it's all 90s.
Oh, there you go.
Aww. Okay, crud. This is totally back to square one. Because like the only thing I feel confident, the most confident right now is the very first piece, because there's no other option. Like we could, like, an argument. I mean, an argument initially could have been had on reflecting left, but even looking at it, reflecting right looks most sound. One down, one over, one down, but I still running. It's like that scenario where, like, all the good solutions require one more reflector. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. The only other thing... No, there has to be some way where those can do it. One. Guaranteed one with corn. Two.
So, the orange ones are the only ones that actually reflect light. The frames don't actually reflect any light.
Correct, comrade. The frames only pass through. It looks like we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them? 7. 7 reflectors. Wait a minute. Maybe we do reflect first. Oh my god. Oh my god. Very first one, the one that we did pass. Well, no, we can't reflect to nothing. Never mind. That's silly. It looked good until I realized it was impossible. Okay, that actually helps having the beam immediately active everywhere. Because if we're here... it's 2 reflectors. Four, 5, 6. Doesn't work. Oh boy, even counting it. Oh, it's rough. Shoot. Because from here. To connect as a 2. Here. Man, Draco, I'm not gonna lie, this is a larger doozy than I thought.
Yeah, kind of all on you, I think. Not much I can help with.
Yeah, sorry. I may bust out my pad and paper on this. Pad and paper has been stupid effective tonight. Okay, so let me drop my dot arrangement. So we have single into 3. Then into 3 again. Then into 4. And then that 4th one, the 4th row is also incomplete. The 4th only has 3. The next row has the W point, and then the last force connector. Aww. Yeah, I'm drawing this out real quick. Is guaranteeingly one has to be in the second row to hold the. Wait, one of them has to. Ooh, I'm getting like additional ideas. that one's boxed immediately. That's not what I wanted. Because what I'm thinking, like 1, 2, 4. That's 7 including. Does that only cover 6 slides with 2 remaining in blanks? So I'm in a position where I think the blank should be. On my path. Make sure it looks sound. Okay. Have a go at this, and then once I think I have things where we should be, I'll have you rotate to connect. Okay, comrade?
Okay.
Apologies, if this is yet another example of really having to bust out pen and paper. Wait, did I fudge that up? Do I have a gap where I shouldn't be? Oh, it's hilarious, I do. I think I fudged up my drawing real quick. One, 3. 3. I did. I totally fudged up my initial drawing. That's even worse than I thought. But I guess that's why I was having a tough time attempting to solve. So, it's like trying to solve a word essay, I swear. Like doing taxes without TurboTax. It's like doing tax without TurboTax, and then you find the solution, it's like, oh, that's not the actual solution. Let me know, out of the 7 connectors that I have, one of them is stationary. Actually, I kind of do want to test a theory real quick.
Okay.
So I've placed mirrors in a way that if we connect the dots, we should be able to hit the main projector from the side. I want to see if it actually causes it to light the door. If it does, that changes how we can solve this puzzle. If it doesn't, then at least we know. In the event that it doesn't, it gives me some time to actually pen and paper draw a solution out. And then, yeah, rotate that corner when you're on.
So this only has 3 slots to rotate.
Oh, so you can't even rotate it towards if you want. Okay, so that does confirm what I thought. So bare minimum, it would look like one of the shields would have to be where it's already set to kick it in here, finally. That means I'm half inclined to believe now more than ever that this one in the corner could literally just be a red herring. Hmm. Four, 5. I think I might have solution question. Okay, let me attempt to place these. I might have it.
Into a mirror.
Yeah, I have to slot a couple of mirrors in place, but I think we might have paid our partner.
Here, take this one out, maybe? Right here.
This one might actually come out. The front one for sure needs to come in. This first reflector actually needs to come out.
I'm standing onto an actual mirror. No. Put the one back that we had.
Okay.
Because what I want to do is replace this one with the mirror, and we can do a straight long shot down and reflect it.
I got you.
And that should give us a bunch of panels.
And let me see what I can grab for reflectors. Honestly, doubling back on mine, I probably wouldn't have worked that well anyway. And then I have one more reflector holding in my hand. One more I can grab too, and 2 portraits to go through.
That doesn't really work because that gets in the way. Can this one be taken out as a mirror?
What one? Sorry, I'm trying to find you up above.
Turn around.
Yes. This one could be removed, yes.
Can I think make that a pane one?
As I say, this actually gives me ample time to make sure that the theoretical path I've written down is actually able to be correct. Or one connected.
I think this one that you're just... Where'd you go? The one behind you, I think we want as a mirror.
Well, this one right here?
Not that one. This one.
Oop. Okay.
Oh, crud. No, because that gets in the way.
Okay. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I might have it. Question? No. I think I'm missing. Never. No. I am missing. I might be. Well, I know I might have it. I might have it. My final charade. Because I think this path looks good. I swear. Because, I think this connector right here, I think you're actually right about. I know I'm gonna mess things up for a little bit, just hear me out. Oh, wait a minute, what am I... Hang on, if that one's boom boom... Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, but you can't reflect through the pane of glass on the side! Never mind! I guess that's a big issue to run into, is you can't actually reflect through the sides. And I keep on forgetting that when I lay my path. Ooh. Oh wait, well...
Maybe the one I'm standing on here, make this a mirror.
Yeah, you gotta let me grab a mirror. Coming back with a mirror?
And this move will leave it blank.
Okay, left blank.
And maybe this one a mirror. We got it.
That has now been made a mirror?
God, the controls on this stupid thing is irritating.
They don't sound pleasant. And then the only other thing I've left is a plate. Because I have a mirror in the center here, but we would need that to bring it to the end. There has to be something else, like another plate or something that's like hiding, not in the main room. It's like, so far this has looked the most sound. I'm just looking. Yeah, it's just wild.
Yeah, we cleared out the room then.
Yeah. Yeah, that room has nothing left on the hooks from what I can see. One more mirror. What? Ooh, because this arrangement actually looked pretty. Hmm. I'm just moving this. I know it's incorrect. Oh, never. I can't move there. Yeah, that's so spoofy. That's why part of me thought, like, I don't know. Part of me thought with the shadows that whether or not we needed all the plates, or whether or not some of them were redundant.
I would assume we needed them all, but maybe
That's
don't need.
yeah. That I was kind of in the same boat that we probably need them all, but. Hmm. Theoretically, we'd need a path to connect. We'd have to figure out, like, we'd have to figure out how many pieces we would feel safe leaving behind, assuming that's the goal. This puzzle's kicking my ass, I'm not gonna lie. Hmm. This is a stumper. Oh. So yeah, I guess it's gonna be determining like what to leave out. But first we should probably attempt to plug back into the light. Sorry, storming. Strategizing, as they call it. least we know the first for sure. Imagine if I could just act as the shield. That would be wild.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I don't know, I kind of like the idea of being able to smite a piece with it at the end, but...
I want to try something. This mirror here.
Sorry, I'm looking for you. Yeah.
And see if we can bounce off the back of the mirrors. So take this one. Gonna move it right here. Yes, it can.
Oh my god.
Okay, do we have all the images on there?
That's what I'm jumping to see right now, but I think so?
Okay, because now it looks like I gotta rotate things to get them to line up.
I cannot believe we didn't. Oh my gosh! Thank you for actually coming across, thinking about reflecting off the back of the mirror. I didn't even think the mirrors are double-sided.
I think that helped the image. Nope, that made that worse.
As I bet, does not seem pleasant.
Oh, that one was worse. Okay, that looks better.
It's like an eye exam. Number 1 or number 2?
That's kind of what I'm doing right now.
Oh, I get it, because some pieces are mirrored. Big intrigue. So, I don't know if it helps at all, but there are arrows on one side of the piece. And the only thing I could think of is if the arrows have to point in the direction of the light. Maybe?
You can try it. You got one that not going the right way.
Yes, I'll stand in front of the light on the rotation on the ones that need a 180.
No, that one I'm gonna say made it worse. Because that was the end of the key. Yeah, that made it worse.
Oh, it did. Maybe we work opposite theorem.
The arrows are the thing.
So this one right here, what happens if you're 180 this one? Does it audibly make it worse or mid?
Should we get out of the way of the light for right now? So I'm looking for one that the picture must have a kind of a dark, almost triangle in the top right or top left. Can you try to find me one of those?
Yeah, for sure. Let me see what I can find. And it's an actual, like, triangle, not some weird oddball-ass shape.
It's triangle-like shape. It's like a point of a wing, is what I'm trying to find.
Okay. Oh, that's so weird, because, I mean, the helmet of this one is like wing-ish, but that's also the key. And then the other, that's the only one so far. Like, this one has a triangle. Well, that one has a shape. I wouldn't necessarily call it a triangle. Oh, that one might fit the bill?
Which one?
Where am I right here?
That was the one.
Well, I'll be. I'll be indeed. That was more difficult than I thought.
Yep. And I think that's a good stopping point.
I agree. Ladies, gentlemen, everyone watching, thank you so much for tuning in for another amazingly awesome. Oh, you pulled the lever. Uh-oh.
Quick, end it.
Well, that's the episode. If you like what we did, hit the like button. It means a lot. If you like more, hit the up at the bell. Then we go live. Check Drako Dragoon's POV in the description below. He had to put up with a lot from me. We will go with more We Were Here Forever next time. So, Yeah, da 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 da. It was great playing with you, Draco, as always. And catch y'all on the next time. Next time. Next time. Next time. Next time. Next time.